I'm going to show you how easy it is to run the activities in the Pay Attention program and how the manual will guide you through step by step. So going to page 15 in the manual, we're going to select an activity for sustained attention. And you'll see that the manual tells you exactly what kind of treatment activity you're going to do. So in this case, we're going to do a card sort activity. And the manual tells you what attention component this addresses. So in this case, we're going to be looking at visual sustained attention. And it tells me what I need to use for this activity. I need the family of cards. I'm going to need the card sort score sheet, which is right in the manual on page 63 and also on your CD, which you can print out. And I'm going to need a stopwatch. And then the manual tells you exactly what instructions to give to the child. So in this case, we're going to use this deck of cards. And I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to give these cards to the student. And let's pretend I'm the student or the child. And I'm going to tell the child, let's see how fast you can put the cards into a pile. And I can set the criteria for what kind of pile I want the child to use. So for example, I'm going to make this really simple and say to this child, let's see how fast you can sort the cards into piles with a green border. So in that case, the child would take the deck of cards and make a pile with all the green border cards. And as the child does this activity, you will time the child, so that you're looking at several things. The accuracy in terms of, did the child get all the green bordered cards into a pile, and how long did it take for the student to do that? Now, you can make this more complicated. You can add other factors. Let's say you want the child to sort the piles into all the cards that have blue borders and this person wearing a hat. So in that case, we wouldn't use that one. There's a blue border with a hat. Not that one, not that one, not that one. That's a hat, but the wrong color border. So you get the idea. And then you can even make it more complicated by adding a factor of gender. So let's say you want the child to sort all the blue border cards with the men or the boys wearing hats. So in that case, here's my blue border with the boy wearing a hat. The child doesn't pick that one, not that one. Oh, there's another one. Not that one. Nope, those are all black borders. Nope, no hat on that one. That's a boy with a hat. So again, you start to see how you can vary the complexity of the task for the child, and you can make it pretty easy or you can make it really challenging. So that's an example of a card sort activity. I'm going to give you another example of a sustained activity using the houses. Now in your kit you have 3 houses, and we're going to take the one that has the blue border. You'll see that this house has blue lines outlined on it. So that's the house that we're going to select for this activity. Now again, the manual tells you exactly what you need. You need your score sheet, you need your dry erase pen, an eraser, and you still need your stopwatch so you can time the student. Now every activity has some target features. So in this case, the manual tells me that I'm going to put the house in front of this child, and that the instructions for the child are, let's see how fast you can find all of the red things in the house. So the student would take the dry erase marker and place an X under all the red things. So we're going to put an X there, an X there, an X there, 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 there. And again, you're timing the student to see how fast they can do that activity. You've seen some examples of the visual activities with the card sort and the house. Next, I'm going to give you an example of some of the auditory activities. And the auditory activities use the CDs that came in your kit. So in this example, we're going to play a CD that, again, following our manual, is for auditory selective attention. And you'll see, following through the manual, that it tells me which number CD to play, which score sheet I should be using. I've got my buzzer for the student, and it gives me a description. So let me make this simple and give you an example. We're going to play track 4. And track 4 has a conversation with background noise.
I'm going to say the names of a lot of colors, like this: red, blue, yellow, orange, green. Every time I say red, push the button. Don't push the button when I say the names of colors other than red. Okay, pay attention.
Where should we go?
Blue.
How about your house?
Yellow.
Yeah, my house
Red,
is fun because we
orange,
can go swimming and play
yellow,
video games. And
red,
oh yeah,
yellow,
we're supposed to be studying.
blue,
But your house would be
red,
good because maybe we
green,
could just study for a
red,
while and then watch
green,
movies and eat popcorn.
green.
That gives you an idea of how that activity works. And the child would press the buzzer every time she heard the word red. And you can see the challenge is to filter out the distracting noise and selectively pay attention to the word that we ask the student to focus on. Now, that's a pretty easy activity. Let me give you an example of a more complex activity, because again, all of these go in a hierarchy from easy to more difficult. So let's ramp it up a little bit, and we're going to go to track 13. And again, I also want to remind you that you have the choice with all these tracks of using a slow pace or a fast pace. The one that I played for you initially was a fast pace. So let's select track 13, which is a slow pace. It's a more complicated activity, but it runs a little bit slower, and so you'll be able to see the difference.
Dog, cat, horse, pig, cow. Every time I say dog or horse, push the button. Don't push the button when I say the names of animals other than dog or horse. Okay, pay attention. Horse, cow, pig, cat, dog, pig.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. So that gives you an idea of a slower paced activity, but it's a little more complicated, and you can see the challenge is to filter out that background noise of the telephone ringing.